This is a posterior walker, the bicycle of cerebral palsy childhoods, or more accurately, the reason why those of us who can walk. The bars, hollow aluminum tubes, give unsteady youngsters the feeling of surrounded safety, a pedestrian tank for the chronically unbalanced. Some have flip-down seats attached to the middle bar at the back. These models are discouraged for most young users, however, because the goal is to encourage actual walking, not seated foot shuffling. However, most walker users I've talked to soon discovered a way around this. Pop yourself up by your arms and hoist your butt back on the top bars. They like to think they're rebels, and having nothing between you but two pieces of aluminum is enough of a rebellion for some. However, those of us who could, myself included, soon discovered that if they ran and then lift popped, they could fly under their own momentum. This is an intoxicating feeling for someone who's never had the balance enough for an actual bike, a scooter, or skateboard. Ramps are amazing for this. The extra speed is immense. Straight drags are also good. Tiled aisles at Target saw many sprints from me. However, in both instances, they must be clear of debris and loose planks. There was a ramp leading up to my second grade classroom. It had a loose plank about 3/4 of the way down. Guess who hit it every day flying to lunch? Yeah, I never learned. When I was about 14, I was trailing behind my classmates as we trooped out for an outdoor meteorological lesson. My teacher was talking about cumulonimbus clouds or something, and I hit an uprooted piece of concrete by an old elm. It couldn't have been avoided either way, but if I had been paying attention, I wouldn't have been flying. That set me off flying in ways much less pleasant and stinging with pain in my palms and shame in my face. This was the first place I ever said fuck in public. The reaction was so thunderous that it drowned out whatever the monotonous drone of a man was actually saying. This was also the time that I acknowledged that I had to cede to the curves and change of my growing body. I could no longer walk the way that I had. My classes were getting too spread apart. My campuses much too large. My body was twisting in ways that it had never had before, and I had to sit to move and live. Just the same, I get nostalgic, especially when I see the good straight drag in front of my apartment. The drag is on both sides of the street, you see, and I have to walk both at least twice a day, both to Patterson Hall and back again. Every time I walk that drag, it's so monotonous. Bump, da-da-da, bump, da-da-da, bump, da-da-da, going on for 2-some minutes, both sides. And I think as I stare at my feet in front of me, I would be exhausted, but my, wouldn't it be fun?